Hello and welcome to today's The Last Trade Week Ahead video. Now in today's The Last Trade Week Ahead video, we'll be taking a look at two stocks. I'm taking a look at Adani Enterprises and I'm taking a look at Bank of Baroda. I'll take a look at both of them from perspective of equity plus FNO, and I will explain what I believe should be happening and what my trade plan is roughly for both stocks. Now, before we do all of that, let's take a quick look at the news to affect our markets this week. Now on the news front, on the local front, there's only one real news that's significant, which is the RBI interest rate decision will be coming out on 5th August, which is Wednesday. So that will be key in deciding how, especially banking stocks trade. This is if you've been trading the market for the past, let's say, 2 weeks, you know the banking stocks have been extremely weak. This year, a lot of other sectors are trying to wake up, but banking has just been literally like a dead cat, just lying there. It's not moving up, it's not moving down, it's just completely flatlined. Whether you look at HDFC, you look at SBI, you look at Axis, you look at Kotak, all of them are completely flatlined right now. And I think this RBI interest rate decision will open the door for it to go either down or to go up. So this is going to be important. Now, the other news piece which will affect our markets this week is on the global front. This year's President Trump has once again started talking his usual banter online. This says he's been tweeting that he first tweeted that he'll take out all the power plants of Iran, and then he's tweeted that Iran and the Middle East has begged him not to do it. So he's holding off on the tax, provided deal comes. But everyone knows the script. Deal is not going to come because America doesn't have the power right now to make Iran bow down. So why should Iran bow down? So expect this to be quite a dramatic week on that front, which will affect our markets and especially make the indexes pretty volatile to trade, including the commodities like crude oil should be pretty volatile. So that's really it on the news front. Now let's take a look at Adani Enterprises, after which we'll take a look at Bank of Baroda. Now coming to Adani Enterprises, Adani Enterprises, if you take a look at it from 27th May, it entered this box range. It has been stuck roughly, it's been not even a box range, I would say. It's just a wide range at which it has been going up and down without any direction. So equity guys have not earned anything from 27th. The only one who have really made money is the option sellers. Even futures and equity option buyers have not really made anything in Adani Enterprises from then. So now what's my trading plan going ahead? Now, Adani Enterprises has now technically entered a box range with a resistance at 3144 and support at 2915. Now I'm going to trade this differently for positional, and I'm going to trade it differently for intraday. For intraday, if it breaks the low of Friday, then I'm most likely going to go for a short for 2915. But this low has to be confirmed by a break in the trend catcher also, which then gives a signal that yes, it's an intraday short to 2915. If it breaks 2915, then I'm going for positional short for 2777 and 2710. Now, how will I short it on the positional front? On the positional front, I will only short it a mix of futures plus option sells. Why? There will be a part of the move down which will come, which will be fast, and there will be a part which will be extremely slow. If you look at Adani's usual pattern. So the fast move is where the futures will make the money, and then you go in, get out, and take your profits. While the option sell can be held until the end of August to earn premium throughout the whole month, as I don't think Adani Enterprise is going to perform exceptionally well anytime soon. So my point of view is I'm bearish. If by chance it goes to 3144 and it breaks that, I will not take a long trade to 3269. This is, I think, the risk reward is pretty poor. The avenue of growth here is very low. So if you're doing equity, you're really wasting your time, because there are other stocks that can get you a better equity curve, which will give you a bigger interest on your investment. So that's how I'm taking a look at Adani. I'll be specifically looking at it from the downside. Next, let's take a look at Bank of Baroda. Now, Bank of Baroda, I've covered it twice in the past. From beginning of June, I've covered it twice. First, I covered it around beginning of June, and then I covered it to the latter part of June. Now, when I covered it to the latter part of June, it was roughly at this point at 280 rupees, and I had said I believe Bank of Baroda is entering a bearish phase, and I expect it to fall to 238. So the 238 support shown here is the same support as which I had given earlier. Anyone can go to the prior video and see is the same price target I had given. Now Bank of Baroda has fallen to 238 support, and it has largely been due to the fact that the fall got accelerated by the issues Bank of Baroda has had. This is firstly, Bank of Baroda did a huge settlement overseas. Until today, there's been no real clarification as what that settlement was about. So it is yes known that it is regarding the one health company, but the exact details have not been released by the bank, as I would call it a very nice cover-up. Number two, Bank of Baroda was hit by the huge cyber issue, and that has naturally put another dent in the bank's image publicly, because a lot of the people will have the fear that yes, all our details have been leaked from the Bank of Baroda servers, whether it's our Aadhaar number, whether it's our bank account details, whether it's everything. So that is what has put pressure on the stock, and because of all that negative news, I expect the pressure to relatively stay on Bank of Baroda, whether people like it or not. So in terms of equity, I believe Bank of Baroda is a big no-no right now, as most of the time, if we take a look at it for the next, let's say 100 days, I would say 90 days it will be trending downwards and 10 days it will be trending upwards. So if you're betting on the upside, you're going to be betting for a lower probability move of success, which does not make sense in terms of trading. So my trading plan for Bank of Baroda is pretty simple. If it breaks 238, which is my support now, then I will most likely short it to 225, and if it breaks that, 211. Why I'm being so openly bearish about Bank of Baroda? Because I believe in the medium term, if we take a look at it over a longer period horizon, high likelihood this stock is going to touch 211 rupees from the current price. On the upside, if it breaks out of this box range between 250 and 238, then it can go to 259, which is another big box, another box range resistance. This is BOB is right now trading between two numbers. One is 250 to 238, and the one is 238 to 259. So unless it comes above 259, it's not going to give any equity move to the upside. So do not bother with it until it breaks 259 for equity moves. How will I short Bank of Baroda now? Now, since it has reached 238, it's given a meaty part of the move, quick down move. Now, I believe the quick part of the move is done with Bank of Baroda. So the only way to really short Bank of Baroda now for the coming sessions is going to be via option selling, because you're going to be able to earn from the premium decay, because if you're trying to do futures or option buy, the meat is not going to be there. Let's say if you do a bull call spread, for example, the bull call spread, by the time things start working in your favor because of the low speed, you will hardly make anything. So the best way for Bank of Baroda, I believe right now, is C selling. As if you're aggressive, you can sell C's above 250. If you're cautious, above 260. But that is more how I look at the mix of Bank of Baroda as of now. So that's really it for Bank of Baroda. Both stocks today do have a bearish outlook, but this is what these two stocks are showing, and we cannot sugarcoat it. If it is what the chart is showing, you're going to have to trade that. So that's it for today's video. If you liked it, then hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. Thank you.